Once again, you are welcome back to Living a Free Life channel. I want us to quickly look into the word, living a fulfilled life. Because this channel has to do with this word, living a fulfilled life. Every other teaching talking about spiritual restoration that has to do how you are born again, how you are how you come into life. In all the whole teaching series that you'll be listening to, watch, they are all to put you together and bring you to this particular spot of I have lived a fulfilled life. So when I say living a fulfilled life, I want you to know that there are important things you need to know about life. And it is important I want to define the word living, fulfilled life. Now let's begin by talking about the living. Living is something that is alive. In other words, when you say I'm living, you are saying I'm alive. And do not forget, that is why I say I would like to do the definition. It talks about something that can grow, move, reproduce, even carry out various activities. So for you to say I'm living, I may take you back to the book of Genesis chapter 2 verse 7. The Bible said that God formed the dust of the earth and breathed into his nostril and it became a living being. In other words, the first man that was created was a living being, not a living human being, a living being. So that word living comes from that Genesis 2:7. When you say you are living, you are telling us that you are alive, you can grow, you can reproduce, you can perform a different activities. That's what it means that you are living. Because if you are not living, it means that you are not breathing. And because it was from the breath of God that God gave man life, that means for you to say you are living, you are breathing. And because you are breathing, you're supposed to be active. And for you to be active, you're supposed to be doing something, growing from your stature of a young child to adulthood. From that your young child to adulthood, you have taken a decision what you want to become in life because you are living. Now, I would also like us to look the word living, the word fulfilling is also important that we look into the word fulfilling. The word fulfilling talks about to be fulfilled simply means to be satisfied or happy because of fully developing one's ability. In other words, if you say you are fulfilled, you are telling us that you are satisfied and you are happy because you have developed to a full level of one's ability. In other words, when you were a teenager, there are certain things you can't do. As at that point, you were not satisfied with yourself. You find yourself in the youthful age, there are things you can't do. You are not also satisfied because you know there are some things I could have done that I can't do now. So you still have reason to tell yourself, I'm not okay with myself. Now you have grown up fully. You can now become a student, you can now become a graduate, you can now become a doctor, you can now become a lawyer, you can now become a staff, you can now become a director, you can now become a GO. You feel satisfied with all these things. It's important we also know that when we are talking about what is life, we are looking into the condition that distinguish the animals and plants. Now, when I studied this definition, I discovered that human being was not mentioned. This is an English definition from dictionary, but human being was not mentioned here. It said the condition that distinguish animals and plants. So the question will now be, why did he mention animals and plants without mentioning human being in this picture? But I would like to take you to psychological view of life. He said life is popularly defined as any system capable of performing functions such as eating. Do you hear that? Such as eating, metaversing, talking about discharging, excreting, breathing, moving, growing, reproducing. Now, if this is what life is, the focus should be, what is my capacity to perform? You discover that you are still alive because you are breathing. You discover that you feel satisfied because you have grown and have ability to do something. Now the question is, can you reproduce your kind, which is that have to do with life? Can you reproduce your kind? Because if you cannot reproduce, chances are you will never be fulfilled in life. You will never feel comfortable. So I want us to know that when God created man, as Genesis have said in Genesis chapter 1, verse 26, 7, 8, you will discover that God said to man, reproduce, multiply, replenish, subdue. The reason why it looks as if life becomes terrible is that you come to a point where you're supposed to have your duplicate. You don't have a duplicate. You study all you study, you come to a point when you're supposed to impart others, so that when you sit down, you see yourself in others. You are not doing it. You cannot feel satisfied, you cannot feel comfortable, you cannot feel fulfilled. I'm doing what I'm doing now because I'm believing God to help me to transform your mindset, transform your view, so that whenever I sit down to watch you on social media, I'll be proud of myself, I'll be happy of myself. At that point, I will feel satisfied, which means I feel fulfilled. Because I know as long as I'm alive and I'm breathing, chances are I'm supposed to have something I will do to touch life. So it is my wish that you do not neglect Living a Fulfilled Life channel. We will be talking so much, but it is important I do a general introduction at this round point. That when we are talking about living a fulfilled life, we are looking at the picture of what can help you be satisfied with whatever you are doing in this world as long as you are alive. Do you know that if you are not satisfied with yourself, you will not be satisfied with what is going on in the world? And because you are not satisfied with yourself, you will be deceived. You will be manipulated to do what you do not want to do. Haven't you seen people who are not comfortable being a lawyer? But because their parents compared them to be a lawyer, they went to school. After finished study, they become a courtist. And some of them die in school because it was not their wish. You are satisfied with what you desire to become in life and you are doing it. So we will be teaching you the major basis on how to stay focused on anything you are doing in life. Number one, do not forget, living a fulfilled life has a lot to do with your spiritual restoration, meaning that you have to reconcile back to God. And when you reconcile back to God, will inspire you, open your eye to discover your purpose very well. And when you discover your purpose, you were able to write down a vision that will take you to nation. When you have done that, you need to study to become somebody that will say, I'm knowledgeable of life. As a result of that, you take a decision that will simply mean that you have determined. And because you have determined to go far in life, nothing in this world can stop you. I pray for you. Because you are hearing the voice of the mission in this channel of Living a Fulfilled Life, I can assure you that you will not fail. Whatever the enemy has projected and planned that you fail in life, hear me, you will not fail. Because Living a Fulfilled Life channel has come for this reason. Just as Jesus said, that for this reason the Son of Man was made manifest, that he may destroy the works of the life. For this reason, I, voice of the mission, in this channel, Living a Fulfilled Life, was made manifest, that I will attack what is attacking you. And I pray for you, wherever you are right now, join me as we proceed in this channel. You will never regret it. God bless you. I love you.